In the relentless grind of the Normandy campaign, every new weapon introduced by the Germans was a source of dread for Allied soldiers. Yet, for the British tankers of the 6th Guards Tank Brigade, July 30th, 1944, would introduce them to a predator far deadlier than anything they had faced before. On this day, during Operation Bluecoat, the venerable Churchill tank would have its first and devastating encounter with the formidable Jagdpanther tank destroyer. This clash of steel and doctrine highlights the stark differences in design philosophy and tactical reality that defined the armoured warfare of World War II. Operation Bluecoat was a critical British offensive designed to secure the high ground of Montpensant and break the stalemate that had followed the initial D-Day landings. Spearheading the assault for the Scots Guards were the Churchill tanks of the 6th Guards Tank Brigade. The Churchill was a quintessential British infantry tank, a rolling fortress designed to methodically advance alongside foot soldiers. Its greatest asset was its armour. With a frontal thickness of 89 mm, it could shrug off hits from many German anti-tank guns. However, this protection came at a great cost. The Churchill was notoriously slow, and its crew, buttoned up inside, suffered from severely limited visibility. Its 75 mm main gun, while a decent all-purpose weapon, was quickly becoming outclassed by the newer high-velocity cannons being fielded by the Germans. Lying in wait for the advancing British was a new and terrifying beast of prey, the Jagdpanther. A masterpiece of German engineering, the Jagdpanther was a tank destroyer built upon the proven chassis of the Panther medium tank. Its design epitomized the German focus on lethality and standoff engagement. It mounted the legendary 8.8 cm Pak 43 gun, the same devastating weapon used by the King Tiger heavy tank, capable of punching through the armor of any Allied tank at extreme ranges. This incredible firepower was protected by 80 mm of frontal armor, but unlike the Churchill's vertical plates, the Jagdpanther's armor was sloped at a sharp 55-degree angle, dramatically increasing its effective thickness and its ability to deflect incoming shells. Fast, low-profile, and lethally armed, the Jagdpanther was the perfect ambush predator. The ambush was sprung with terrifying efficiency near a small French village. As the Scots Guards formation of Churchill tanks rumbled forward, they were suddenly bracketed by a well-coordinated barrage of German artillery and mortar fire. This initial shelling was designed to sow confusion and force the British tank commanders to button up, further reducing their already poor situational awareness. Before the British could fully react to the bombardment, the true threat revealed itself. From concealed positions, 3 Jagdpanthers opened fire on the exposed flank of the Churchill column. The results were nothing short of a massacre. The high-velocity 88 mm shells sliced through the Churchill's thick armor as if it were paper. The British tankers, trapped in their slow-moving machines, had no time to identify their attackers, let alone fight back. In a brutal exchange that lasted a mere 2 minutes, the 3 German tank destroyers systematically annihilated the British vanguard. Tank after tank erupted in flames. By the time the firing stopped, 10 Churchill tanks were smoldering wrecks on the battlefield, victims of the Jagdpanther's precise and overwhelming firepower. An 11th Churchill had been knocked out by the preceding artillery barrage. The German predators, having executed their ambush flawlessly, appeared to have slipped away without suffering any losses themselves, leaving a scene of total destruction in their wake. For the British, it was a shocking and bloody introduction to the capabilities of Germany's latest weapon. The aftermath of the battle, however, provided a small but significant consolation prize for the Allies. While sweeping the area, British troops made a remarkable discovery. They found one of the Jagdpanthers abandoned by its crew, immobilized due to a thrown track, a common mechanical ailment for heavy German armor. A short distance away, at a local railway station, a second fully intact Jagdpanther was also found, similarly abandoned with track damage. This second vehicle was a priceless intelligence windfall. It was the very first intact Jagdpanther to be captured by the British, allowing Allied technical experts to study its design, armor, and weapon systems in detail. While the battle itself was a tactical disaster for the British, the capture of this new superweapon provided invaluable knowledge that would help them develop tactics and technologies to counter the threat in the difficult battles that still lay ahead.